If you've been watching this channel for a while now, you know that I'm a big proponent of choosing an industry sector to work in based on your interests and what you find yourself naturally gravitating towards. But for those of you who really just don't know where to start, this video is for you. Since starting the Break Into CRE Academy platform back in 2019, I found that the direction that many new entrants into this industry take is often heavily dictated by the product types that are the hottest or have performed best in recent years, but in my opinion, this is not the best way to choose a career path. And if I were starting out today, knowing what I know now, I would actually go in almost the complete opposite direction for a few really important reasons that we'll cover in this video. So if you're still undecided about where you want to focus your commercial real estate career and want to know where the opportunities might be heading into the final 3/4 of a very uncertain year for the real estate market as a whole, in this video, I want to cover my two favorite real estate product types for young professionals entering the industry in 2023 that might actually surprise you and why I'm so bullish on each. So the first product type that I see a huge opportunity in for new entrants into the industry is one that's actually fallen out of favor in a really big way since the start of 2020, and this is the retail sector. Retail is one of the hardest product types in all of commercial real estate to figure out, but this also makes it one of the best places to start your career, especially if you're looking to move up the ranks quickly and build rare and valuable skills. People who start out in retail have a few really big advantages over their peers that often pay dividends even outside of the retail sector, which is extremely helpful for young professionals that are just getting their footing and still aren't sure where they want to end up. And the first big advantage is that working in retail will expose you to some of the most complex commercial lease structures across any real estate asset class, including things like percentage rent clauses, co-tenancy clauses, and exclusivity clauses, which can help you build a really strong skill set in commercial lease analysis and lease negotiation early on in your career, while also exposing you to standard commercial lease terms that are common across the entire industry as a whole, including operating expense reimbursement structures, options to renew, and personal guarantees. Real estate professionals working in retail are also often able to get experience in ARCUS, which is very often used across other commercial real estate asset classes, and this can also be a very valuable skill set to have if you do decide to transition to another part of the business. And as an added bonus here, it can also be pretty fun to work directly with some of the most well-known retailers across the entire country or even the entire world, and to see the inner workings of leases of stores that you might personally shop at on a regular basis. And when you work with these national retailers, you're also dealing with some of the most sophisticated tenants that you'll come across in all of commercial real estate, with many of these companies having dedicated real estate departments that are solely focused on expanding the company's footprint and negotiating leases for new and existing locations, meaning that you'll be sitting across the table from extremely seasoned and savvy leasing professionals, and you'll naturally pick up the best practices and negotiation techniques that are being used on you when representing the owner. At this particular moment in time, retail also has extremely favorable supply and demand dynamics that just don't exist for most other real estate asset classes right now, with the national availability rate of retail space dropping below 5% in the fourth quarter of 2022 and just 22 million square feet of retail space being delivered last year, which is the lowest amount on record since 2013. Retail has also essentially fallen out of favor among most new entrants into the real estate industry, meaning that there's going to be less competition for retail jobs right now in comparison to roles at companies focused on more popular asset classes like multifamily or industrial, which can be really helpful to get your foot in the door in the business, especially as the job market continues to tighten. Overall, I see a lot of promise for people starting out in the retail sector today, and if this is part of the industry that sounds even remotely interesting to you, this is definitely something worth exploring as you're considering next steps. Now, in addition to retail, another property type that I really like for young professionals heading into the industry right now is much less out of favor, but also much less well known overall, and this is affordable housing. Similar to retail, affordable housing is one of the most difficult parts of the real estate industry to understand since the rules surrounding these properties tend to be extremely nuanced and can change significantly from state to state or even county to county. So becoming an expert in low-income housing tax credits and how these structures actually work, even in just a small handful of geographic markets, can give you an extremely valuable skill set to take with you throughout your career. Traditional multifamily tends to be one of the most popular asset classes among new entrants into the business, and since there's been no shortage of multifamily investment firms that have popped up throughout the last cycle, this means that there are a lot of young real estate professionals out there that have a basic understanding of the multifamily industry itself and can talk through the process of acquiring a market rate property, renovating units, and raising rents in order to create value. However, there are not many young real estate professionals that can explain the difference between 4% and 9% tax credits, or have existing relationships with local housing authorities, or understand compliance requirements when buying or building an affordable deal. So if you do have these skills, this can make it much easier to differentiate yourself in what is very likely to be a much smaller applicant pool. Success in affordable housing also tends to be much less subject to the whims of the market and much more reliant on deal structuring itself, meaning that working in this sector will inherently expose you to complex partnership structures, multi-tiered capital stacks, and negotiations with local housing authorities to make a deal pencil, and these things also tend to increase your chances of buying or building a profitable deal even when market headwinds are working against you. And as interest rates continue to rise and home prices have gotten out of control in many cities across the country, demand for affordable housing has also grown substantially in recent years, with really no signs of slowing down anytime in the near future. And as an added bonus here, unlike most traditional retail, office, or industrial focused jobs, by working in affordable housing, you're also not just building or investing in structures that can help companies make more money, but you're actually solving a real need for people in the community and providing individuals and families with a safe, clean, and if you're a developer, new place to live, and providing options for people that didn't previously exist. Now, similar to what I said at the beginning of this video, I'm a big proponent of following your interests and pursuing a part of the industry that you feel like you could study and dig into for years or even decades on end. But if you don't have a clear direction right now and want to go where there might be the most opportunity in the next 12 to 24 months, these are two sectors that I think have huge potential upside for young real estate professionals that are willing and able to take an unconventional path. And if you want to make sure that you have the skills you'll need to land an analyst or associate job working in retail, affordable housing, or any other part of this industry at a top real estate investment, development, or brokerage firm, as always, make sure to check out our all-in-one membership training platform, Break Into CRE Academy. A membership to the Academy will give you instant access to over 120 hours of video training on real estate financial modeling and analysis. You'll get access to hundreds of practice Excel interview exam questions, sample acquisition case studies, and you'll also get access to the Break Into CRE Analyst Certification exam, which covers topics like real estate pro forma and development modeling, commercial real estate lease modeling, equity waterfall modeling, and many other real estate financial analysis concepts that will help you prove to employers that you have what it takes to tackle the responsibilities of an analyst or associate at a top real estate firm. And if you like this video and want to see more content like this on this channel, make sure to hit the like button and let me know. And let me know in the comments what product type you're currently working in, or what product type you're most bullish on this year and why that's the case. As always, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you found this helpful. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to see more videos like this every single week, and I'll see you in the next video.